Have you ever tried bread pakoda with Maharashtrian coconut garlic chutney? If not, then try this. It gives you that proper Bombaya style vibes. We will make the coconut garlic chutney at our kitchen, and I will also show you the tricks and tips for making the crispy pakoda without making them oily. Yes guys, these pakodas are not oily and they stay crispy for long. If you are new, welcome. I am Dipti and I post recipes on my channel every week, and you will find more unique and more different recipes on my channel. So do check it out my channel, and if you like what I do, please consider to subscribe my channel and hit the bell so you will be notified by my new upcoming recipes. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Insta. I like your comment guys. So don't forget to comment in the comment section below. To make the chutney, heat up oil in a pan. As the oil heats up, add cumin seeds. Then add garlic cloves and saute it for few seconds. Then add coconut slices. I am using fresh coconut here, but you can use the dry one also. If you are using the dry one, then no need to saute it for more time. Just couple of minutes would be enough. But I am using fresh coconut, so I will saute it for 7 to 8 minutes. Now after 7 to 8 minutes, the coconut will turn out in a very light golden color. On this stage, we will add the spices, salt and Kashmiri red chili powder. Kashmiri red chili powder will give a very nice color to the chutney. Now cook the spices for 2 to 3 minutes. And look at this color, it looks so tempting. Now keep it aside and let it cool down completely. Then we will grind it. Now the mixture is cooled down completely. Now transfer it to a mixie jar and we will make chutney. Traditionally, this is a dry chutney and we can store it for few days. But for this particular purpose, I want a semi-paste-like consistency. So I have added 1 or 2 spoons of water. Don't add more than that. We have to churn it on pulse mode. So keep mixing and keep churning for few times. And I will show you the consistency. Don't get tempted to add more water. Otherwise the chutney will be lumpy. Now see the consistency, it should be like this. Look at the color. It looks so tempting and it is very tasty. You can eat it with paratha or roti as it is. Now I will transfer it to a bowl and we will move to the next procedure. Let's make the stuffing. Heat up oil in a pan. When the oil heats up, add cumin seeds. When the cumin seeds start to crack, add chopped green chilies. You can increase or decrease the amount of the chilies or other spices as per your taste. It's totally up to you. Now after few seconds, add coriander seeds. It gives a nice aroma. Now saute it for few seconds. Then add ginger garlic paste. Cook the paste for around 1 minute so that the rawness of the garlic goes. And after that we will add all the spices. Garam masala and dry mango powder, red chili powder, we have added green chilies so that add accordingly, turmeric powder, roasted cumin powder, this one gives wonderful flavor so don't skip it. Now mix everything and we will cook it for couple of minutes so that the spices will release their flavors. Now at this stage, it will look like a dry masala and your kitchen will filled with wonderful aroma. Now this is boiled and mashed potatoes, which was boiled in the morning. Make sure that you boil the potatoes a few hours advance. This way they will become stiff and the stuffing will have a good hold. Now this is totally optional, but I like to add boiled corn. I would suggest you to add corn as it changes the taste. Salt per taste and a lots of coriander. Now mix everything really well. The stuffing will be a bit stiff. Make sure that you have roasted the spices so that they become dry and the potatoes should be boiled a few hours prior. That's the trick to make the stiff stuffing. Look at this. Isn't it look delicious? Now our stuffing is ready. Keep it aside and let's prepare the batter for our pakoras. The batter is an important part. Here we tend to do mistake. If you don't make it properly, the pakoras will soak a lot of oil. So, to avoid it, I have here few tricks. Take gram flour besan into a bowl. Into that add carom seeds. Crush it with your palm. Salt. And the secret ingredient which makes the crispy pakoda without making it oily is corn flour. Now mix all the dry ingredients. I am also adding coriander. It gives a very nice taste and flavor. Now add water gradually and make batter. Add chili powder. At this point I felt that the salt is less, so I am adding more salt. You can also taste the batter and make changes accordingly. Now mix everything and check the consistency. It should be like this. If you drop it from the whisk, it should form a ribbon like so. It's perfect. The batter is ready, so now let's move to the next procedure. Now the coconut garlic chutney and the stuffing are ready. I have here green chutney also. I have already shared a video on how to make green chutney. I will put the link in the notes below and also at I button. Now take some bread and let's stuff the sandwiches. On one bread I am applying the green chutney. Now on the another bread, I am applying our Maharashtrian coconut garlic chutney. I am applying a generous amount. I like the sharpness of the garlic with the creamy coconut. You can apply as you want. Now when both slices are ready with chutney on them, spread the masala potato stuffing evenly. This stuffing is so tasty and flavorful. I am spreading the stuffing with my fingers so that no corners left empty and we do not have the tasteless corner in our pakodas. These small things makes our recipe perfect. Now put the another slice on the stuffing with the chutney applied part down. Now the pressing is important part. This way the slices will stick to the stuffing properly and when we will dip them into the batter, they will not get separate. And then cut them in half in triangular shape like so. And look, doesn't it look tempting? And we haven't made the tasty pakoda yet. Now similarly, I am preparing more sandwiches like so and then we will fry them. Now the sandwiches are ready. Let me show you how to dip them into the batter so that it doesn't get separate and doesn't break. This is the most crucial part of the recipe. Now take a sandwich and seal the joints like so. This trick works for me. You can also try this. This way the stuffing will not come out when we dip them into the batter. Now the another trick, dip the borders first. This way the batter will seal the border and then dip the entire sandwich into the batter. Then using both hands, immediately bring it out and drip down the excess batter and then drop it into the hot oil. Make sure that the oil is hot. Yes, the oil should be really hot at this point. Otherwise the bread will soak a lot of oil or it might get break. Now keep splashing the oil on the bread like so. I prefer to fry one at a time, but if you are comfortable then you can fry more at one pot. Now to flip the bread, be careful because the oil might splash on you. So to flip it, first bring it to the side. Now gently turn and then slowly slide the pakoda into the oil. This way the oil will not splash on you. Now keep frying it until golden brown color. Now bring it out and I show you the closer view. See, it looks crispy and it isn't oily at all. Follow all the tips and you will have a crispy pakoda and that is not oily at all. And not only that, they remain crispy after cooling down. It's because of the corn flour. And now I put them into the tissue paper so that the excess oil will also soak. Now grab a cup of tea and let me show you how it looks from inside. Now look at this. It looks so tasty and the aroma, oh my god. It smells so good. The coconut garlic chutney along with masala potato stuffing, yum! And as you see, the batter was perfect and that's why the layering of our pakodas look perfect. Not too thick or not too thin. And it's not at all oily. It's crispy and tasty. So, why are you waiting for? Do try this recipe and share your experiences in the comment section below. Whether your family likes it or love it. And I will see you soon with another delicious recipe next week. Till then, bye.